going on, guys? This is a video I've been wanting to do for a while now. I basically just wanted to go over EDC that I keep in my car, and things that are important that you should have in your vehicle. Just things, because you never know what's going to happen when you're out on the road, whether it be a flat tire, whether it be you need a jump, somebody else needs to jump, anything, right? So I just wanted to go over the kind of stuff that I keep in my car. And yeah, and kind of show you guys all the stuff in general and kind of how I have it formatted in my vehicle. So I don't have a truck. I have a 4-door hatchback, actually. So I don't have as much space as a lot of other people have. So the things that I have are compact. Because I also, obviously, I may have people in my car. I may have my dogs in my car, groceries, that kind of stuff. So I can't pack everything in here, so most of the stuff I have is compact, and I try to keep it so it can still be used day to day as a vehicle. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to go over each and everything that I keep in my vehicle and kind of show you guys overall. So I also have my dog outside. Tina, come here. She's over here with me. Maybe if I step back you guys can see her. Come here. So she's out here with me, so if I look a little not focused, that's why. So I'm going to start in the trunk and work my way up. So in the trunk, I have most of my kind of like emergency car equipment. So obviously spare tire, that kind of stuff. That would be my first thing on the list. Make sure your car has a spare tire, a jack, a tire iron, tire wrench, all that stuff, because that is the worst, to get stuck on the side of the road with one of your tire popped and you're just stuck there waiting for somebody to come and help you out. So I definitely keep a spare tire in here, tire wrench, all that stuff. That stuff came with the car, so haven't upgraded or anything, but definitely want to make sure you have all of that. So starting off with the first item, I have my jump starter. So as you can see, this jump starter is really small, but it's very nice. Works very well. I actually had to use it not too long ago to jump like 8 cars, and it worked. And I'm actually hoping I didn't break it. But so this is what the jump starter looked like. It actually just looks like a power bank. I think I got this on Amazon, not too expensive, maybe like $40, but has this. So you just plug this in right here. Boom. Hit the power button, so you can see, and then you can be able to jump the vehicle if you need to. It also has a flashlight on there and a couple USB ports as well if you need to charge something, just in case of an emergency. So this is super useful. It's definitely come in handy a lot. So if you do not have something like this type of jump starter in your vehicle, I definitely say take a look at it. There's mosquitoes out here and they are going to tweak me out because they love my blood. But if you see me swinging, it's because of the mosquitoes. But that's the first thing on the list, a jump starter. I definitely say keep a jump starter in your vehicle, even if it's just a small and compact one like this. Like I said, I don't have a truck, so I can't get one of those huge jump starters that a lot of people have, but you definitely want to have some type of way to jump your car, or help somebody else out without having to do the whole maneuver, pull your car up, and that whole thing. But definitely want to keep this. So next item is an air pump. So this is also very compact for the same reason. Not going to keep saying it, but I keep an air pump in my car. So this air pump works pretty well. It is not the best air pump in terms of like longevity. Having one that plugs up to your actual car is really nice because it just runs off of that. This one is battery power, which is also nice because it's portable, but it doesn't hold a charge for that long. I can maybe pump like 1 tire from empty to full with this. So not too bad, but same thing. You hit the power button, you can turn it on, you can set the PSI, you can use it to pump balls, you can use it to pump tires, whatever you need. So I definitely have this. This one also has a flashlight, conveniently enough. And both of these items are USB-C rechargeable. So that's also very nice. My phone charges USB-C, my tablet charges USB-C, my laptop charges USB-C. So I have USB-C cables just laying around everywhere. So it's nice. If it ever dies, I can charge it up in the vehicle and then keep using it if I need to. But air pump, definitely something you want to have in your vehicle as well, just for emergency purposes. The next item I have in my trunk is a toolkit. So it's not a huge toolkit, just a small toolkit, just things that I may need. Not anything for like changing a tire, but in case I ever go somewhere, go to someone's house and they need to fix something up, or in case I ever need to do something on the road, keep a small toolkit. So here I have my old EDC multi-tool I have in here. I have just an X-Acto knife blade, a Gerber X-Acto knife blade, and I have a flashlight here on the outside, my old EDC flashlight. So you're gonna see flashlights everywhere because, you know, the worst is to be caught outside in the dark and not have light. But I have a flashlight on here. Then I have just a couple of tools. I have a ratchet in here. I have a screwdriver, and I have a bunch of bits for the screwdriver. I also have a electronic tire pressure gauge in here as well. So just a couple tools in here just in case you ever need them. And then this also lives in the trunk right next to the other items. So I have two of these gray bags. I got these at Walmart. They actually came, or they didn't come with it, but I bought them with a system that I'm going to show you guys when I show you guys how I have everything set up. There's like a little Molly panel layover that you can lay on the back of your seat. So I have those in here, and these hook onto them. I don't currently have them hooked on. I just have them sitting in my trunk. But I'm going to show you guys what I have inside of them. So there's two different kits I put together. I put them together myself. One of them is just basic like survival stuff. And the other one is car stuff, things that you may need in case of a car emergency. So this is the car emergency kit. And it also has just some tools in it. So not everything in here is, some of this stuff is actually just in here because I was doing some work on my motorcycle. But like this is heat shrink connectors, that's from the motorcycle. But in general, just car tools that I have in here. Got another wrench, got another X-Acto knife. And this top part, then here in the bottom part, this was also for the motorcycle, but it can also be used on a car. It's a digital multimeter I keep in here, just in the same kit, just in case I ever need it. And then just in general car stuff, I do have a tire plugging kit. So going back to the tires, you never know when you're going to get a flat, when you're going to have a nail in there or something and you need to patch it on the fly. Let's say you're not close to anything, you need to patch your tire. I do keep a tire plugging kit in my car in case I ever need to plug a tire, along with the air pump, along with the spare tire. So God forbid I ever get stuck on the side of the road somewhere, I definitely will have a way to plug a tire, blow up the tire, all that type of stuff. I actually had to use it a couple weeks ago. I was coming from somewhere and my tire popped. And I had to plug it. The plugs actually didn't work because it was on the sidewall. Then I had to use the spare tire until I could go get it replaced, but I do keep that. I keep a glow stick. This is a glow stick / whistle. That also came with the car. My car came with an emergency kit with most of this stuff, but I keep a glow stick in here. Like I said, if anything ever happens at night and you need it, it's better to have it than not have it. Keep a pair of gloves in case I ever do need to change a tire or get some work done. There's some gloves in there. And then there's just a couple bungee cords. You never know why you're going to need bungee cords, but you know, if you need them, you got them. So I keep that in there as well. So that's most of the car emergency stuff. There's a couple additions that I do want to add to the car emergency stuff. I want to get this lantern that I saw. As you can see, I'm big on flashlights and lights in general, but I do want to get a lantern that I saw just to have. Because another part of the kit and the stuff that I have, you're going to see with this emergency kind of survival kit, is I like to have stuff just in case I ever want to go out or go camping, or God forbid I ever get trapped somewhere. I wouldn't say I'm like a prepared or survivalist type of guy, but God forbid it ever happened, I would have most of the stuff. But I like to go camping relatively often, so I try to keep stuff in here so I don't have to fully pack the whole car. Most of the stuff I have in there I already need. But in this survival kind of kit, I have a survival handbook. I got this for cheap. This just has a bunch of information and stuff, tying knots and edible plants and water and all that stuff. So I keep that in there. And I'm gonna fly through this because it's a lot of stuff in here, and some stuff I actually took out. But this is a power bank, has a compass in it. It's also solar, so this is if I ever need a power bank, I have one, and I can keep it charged off the sunlight. So that's very nice, very simple, very basic. I have a decent amount of hand warmers in there because, like I said, I like to go camping, and if it's ever cold and I need to do some work or something like that, I got hand warmers, keep those in there. This right here is just a collapsible shovel. This is also goes along with the camping stuff. I keep that in there just for survival as well. It's a hand crank flashlight. This is just another mini flashlight. I have some more glow sticks and stuff, more just some paracord, a couple more flashlights. And then I have another power bank, and I just have some USB blocks and a USB-C cord to charge all the stuff that I've showed you so far. So that's all in the bottom. And then in the top half, some more survival stuff. I have an emergency blanket. I have a needle and thread kit, sewing kit, some more paracord. I have some fishing line, fishing wires and bait and all that stuff. Carabiner. This is a card multi-tool. This is a flint and steel I have in there. I have a wire saw. I have some waterproof fire starter. A couple of different lighters. Keeping some lighters. And then I have a whistle in there as well. So that's all of the survival stuff for the most part. And this all lives in my trunk, which is nice. So it all fits in this little pouch along with this book. And then if I ever need anything, I know exactly where it's at. I also think it's really cool to have this stuff because, you know, a lot of this stuff, especially the survival stuff, you're not really going to use or you're not really going to need. But it's nice to have because just in case, like, I ever do go camping on the fly, I have some of this stuff. Or like, even if I just need a lighter, or if I ever just need a shovel, or if I ever just need anything like that, I know exactly where it's at. It's in this little survival kit that lives in my trunk. So I keep that in there as well. And then that's what's in that pouch. So next, I'll say I keep a duffel bag in my trunk. This duffel bag doesn't really serve a huge purpose. It actually just houses extra clothes. I primarily use it for gym clothes. So if I'm going to the gym, because I usually go to the gym after work and I need to change out of my work stuff, but I keep a duffel bag in there. This duffel bag actually recently ripped. So this duffel bag I keep in here just for gym clothes, but you never know when you're gonna need to change your clothes. God forbid it's raining or you get sweating out your clothes or something, clothes get dirty. Whatever happens, keep an extra duffel bag with some clothes in here. Extra random things I keep in my trunk. I keep an umbrella just in case. I keep this seat cover. So this is for my dogs. If my dogs ever get in my car, they shed like crazy, as you can see. So I keep this in the trunk just in case. So I can put that on. And then, yeah, let me see what else I have in here. Some disinfectant wipes. I do keep a highlighter vest just in case like I said, I ever need to go on the side of the road and do some work or something like that on my tire. Keep a highlighter vest because everybody knows the side of the road is not a safe place to be. So keep that in there. And yeah, that's everything in the trunk for the most part. So I'm going to try and flip the camera and kind of show you guys how everything is set up in the trunk. But yeah, that's kind of the trunk. And then we're going to move on to the midsection and then the front of the car, and then that'll be. So this is what the trunk looks like in its normal state. So I have just the jump starter, the air pump, all on this MOLLE panel that attaches to the back of the seat. Some extra stuff on the side, those two pouches that I showed you, and then the duffel bag. The coffee and the glasses obviously don't live there, but yeah, that's where the trunk lives. Spare tire and everything is underneath. My trunk also has this cover so that when it's closed, nobody can see all the stuff that's in there. So that way, I don't ever have to worry about someone looking and seeing. Not that anything valuable is in there, but just so nobody gets an itch to take any of the stuff in there. But yeah, that's kind of what the trunk looks like. So here in the back seat of the car, I actually have another one of those Molly panels, same one I have in the trunk. And it just houses a lot of more stuff that I may need to get to immediately, or just some extra space in general. So here I have a little bottle holder that houses a lint roller for when I'm going to work and I need to tidy up my clothes. This right here just houses a notepad, Sharpie, and then some cigar stuff. So like a lighter and some cigars and stuff. This right here is a little trash bin. Down at the bottom, I have a microfiber cloth just in case I need to wipe some stuff up. I also have a down. Yes, stay. Okay. I also have a set of gloves and a hat. The hat also has another light on it, so you see lights are very redundant, but set of gloves and a beanie. And then the most important thing that I house back here is this med kit. So this med kit lives on the back of my headrest. So if I ever need to get to it, I know I can just reach back and rip it, but this is just a lot of emergency medical equipment and then some other like just normal medical equipment that you may need. So just a quick overview of what I keep in here. Some allergy meds, I keep some Advil, a bunch of different bandages. I keep a tourniquet in here, some gloves, Benadryl because I do have allergies. It's another emergency blanket in here. There is a poncho in here, Band-Aids, gauze, bleed stop, a bunch of different stuff. So this is just, God forbid, in case anything happened on the road to myself, or if I witness another car get into an accident or anything like that, I'd be able to render some basic immediate medical aid to myself or to anyone else. So yeah, so I do keep this in here as well, just on the back of my seat. And then that's just in case I ever need it. And then yeah, so for the most part, that's everything that's in the back seat of my vehicle. And yeah, and then we're gonna move on to the front seat and then that'll be it. So this is just the view of the back seat. So I have my emergency medical bag on the Molly panel, the trash bag, and then all the stuff I just told you. So the gloves, the hat, and then all that extra stuff. So this little setup was pretty cool. I got it at Walmart. I'm actually not the biggest fan of the fabric Molly. So in the future, I would like to change to something like plastic, just a hard panel, or a metal hard panel or something like that. But for now, this has been working, so this is kind of what I've been rocking with. Okay, so you guys have seen this angle before, but last but not least, this is the front seat. So this is everything that I have immediate access to. And yeah, so I do have this little, maybe you guys can see it, this little sun visor Molly panel. So this houses just a couple of things that I may need that are just smaller. So I have another flashlight, it's a little headlamp one. I have some pins, another tire pressure gauge. I keep some sunglasses up here as well. And then, yeah, I also usually keep some like hygiene stuff up there. So I keep nail clippers and like some toothpicks and stuff like that up there. I just keep that up there so I have it if I ever need it, but also while I'm passing some time or I'm sitting in my car somewhere, I can clip my nails and make sure I'm keeping up with my hygiene. But I keep that stuff up there, and a microfiber cloth as well. And then that's everything that lives up there. I have I'll show you guys, it's like a little iPad mount in here. I actually got this from a friend. I keep this in here. I can use it as like navigation. I can use my iPad, or if somebody's in the passenger seat, they can watch a movie or something like that. That lives in there as well. And for the most part, that's really all of the kind of EDC stuff that I keep in here. Let me just look in the glove compartment. I do have I have a little leather case I use for all of my important documents. I keep some extra ponchos and stuff up there. I have one of those lunch boxes that can heat up your food, so I have a cord for that in there. And for the most part, that's pretty much it. But I do usually also keep my my EDC backpack up here. So I keep that up here, and that just houses anything that I need, that I carry around when I'm not in my vehicle, or things that if I'm going somewhere, when I'm going to work, stuff like that. And that has a lot of the stuff that I've shown you guys with my EDC stuff. So it has my multi-tool in there. It has my EDC flashlight and all that stuff on there. And then that usually just lives here in the front seat with me, in the seat or on the floor. But yeah, so all in all, that's pretty much what I keep in my vehicle. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys, just in case anybody was wondering, or if you guys are looking to pack your car with some stuff that you may need for emergency situations. I wanted to show you guys what I keep in my car. I'll leave a list in the description of things that I think you should definitely have, things that are essential. Things like, I would definitely keep, obviously, a spare tire, a jack, tire wrench, all that stuff. Anything you need to change a spare tire, I would definitely keep that in my car. I would keep some type of jump starter, if not a jump starter, a set of jumper cables in your car, because those are the two quickest fixes for your car if it ever gets disabled. You definitely want to have that. Obviously, you never want to get stuck on the side of the road. So those two things, air pump for your tire in case your tire is going flat, I would keep that as well. I would definitely keep some type of medical equipment, because cars are dangerous. Car accidents happen every day, every minute, every hour. We all hope and pray that it's not us who's in one, but even if it's not you, if you see someone else and you have some emergency medical equipment like a tourniquet or some bleed stop, or even just gauze and bandages and that kind of stuff, I would definitely keep that in your car just to have it, because God forbid you had to use it on you or anyone else. It's better to have it and not need it than not have it. Also, this channel is primarily about firearms, competition shooting, and that type of stuff, EDC. But if you carry a firearm, I think it's really important to have a tourniquet within your vicinity, always, because obviously you're carrying a lethal weapon on you. I don't carry a SIG P320, LOL, but God forbid you have a negligent discharge, or if you ever end up having to use your firearm, it's better to have a tourniquet, especially when you go to the range and stuff like that. Always keep a tourniquet in the area. So medical equipment, I would definitely make sure you have some type of flashlights, some type of lighting, so you'll be able to see in case anything that we just discussed kind of happens in the dark. Make sure you have a way to be able to see, obviously. If you want to put together some type of survival kit like I have in my trunk, I think that's pretty cool to have too, because like I said, all in all, for what it is, it's nice to have. I like to have it because I like to go camping, and that way I have most of my camping stuff in the car already. I just have a bin that I grab and I throw in my trunk and I'm good. But even if you need to piece stuff together, like if you're ever out, let's say your pants rip and you have a sewing kit in the survival kit, so now I can sew my pants up on the fly. If I ever need a lighter, if I ever need anything like that, I know I have stuff like that in the trunk. So that's nice to have. And yeah, those are most of the essentials that I would say you definitely want to have in your car. Spare tire and everything you need to change the spare tire, jumper cable / a jump box, some type of air pump, some type of medical equipment, and then just little pieces if you need them. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, thanks for watching. Thanks for making it to the end. If you did make it to the end, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content. Things like this change for me all the time as well. I'm always switching up some new stuff and buying some new gear. So this thing has been evolving for me for a while now. So it will change over the next year or so. So I'll show you guys as I update it. But yeah, if you guys are interested, I definitely say you should have some of this stuff in your car. Thanks for watching. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.